Visit us at Eduvvo. Thank you for calling Eduvvo.
Welcome back. Now in this video we will simply start working on the click event for the job deadline date. Let me just show you right in here. There we go, the job deadline date, and right in this FCT. And one more thing guys, right, for the job title and job description we will leave this as empty because there is no need of that, and we want to just enter the job title and job description manually right in here. Whenever the user will want, they can enter. But right in the job deadline date we will not enter the date manually. We will just select it from the dialog box that we are about to create. Okay, but first right in here we will have a text. We have like for the job category in here, as you guys can see, select the job category. So in here we will say job deadline date. So let's go. First let me just write that text in here in this text form field. So what we will do, we will go just right at top and write in the controller for the deadline. There we go. In here we will set text, or we can simply copy this, copy and write in that in the deadline one. Okay, paste it, and in here we will say something like job deadline date. That's fine. Now let's go back all the way down to the job deadline date. Okay, all is just fine. Now simply just hot reload the app and you guys will notice that so the app has been initialized. Now let's go back to the, there we go, the job deadline date. So it's working totally fine right in the upload job now. So there we go with the text. Now we will simply go and create a method, as I told you before, for picking the date. So whenever the user will click right in here, there will be kind of dialog for the date. So let's go and create that method above the widget build for picking the date. There we go with the widget build, and right in there you'll say void, then make it private, and the name will be pickDate dialog. This will be asynchronous, and first we will create an instance for the date time. So let's go and create that right above. In here we will say date time. There we go, and can name this as a pick. So this will simply just pick the date time. Now let's go and use that right in the method of pickDate dialog in here. We will say await, and we will simply assign the show date picker. There we go. It's going to take some properties, as you guys can see right in here. We will remove that for now. We will just add it one by one so that you guys just don't confuse on that. Now in here put semicolon and take this down. Now we will provide the contacts to contacts, and let's have the initial date time dot now. First let me remove that and write in here dot now. There we go. Okay, now you will provide the first date, and it's going to be date time dot now dot subtract. and right in the subtract we will provide the duration in there. We will say days and we will give it value 0, so it's going to be from the start, and in here add the const modifier, all just fine. So basically this will return a new datetime instance with the duration subtracted from this. So let's move further. Now we will simply just provide the last date, and it's gonna be date time. There we go, and we will say 2100 and here comma. So basically it's representing a instant and time. So we have successfully assigned all of that, showed that picker right inside the pick. So right after we will say if, and if the picked it's not equal to the null, then we will simply add inside the set state take this down. In here we will say deadline controller dot text. So in this deadline controller dot text we will assign in here string and then write it end semicolon. Now write in there with the dollar sign, curly braces, we will say pick check.year. Just assign that right inside the deadline controller dot text. So it's going to be in the form of text, and we are about to assign that right inside that. Okay, so I hope you can get the idea. Now we simply pick the year, that's the format, and then let's also put the curly braces, and in front of that in here put the dollar sign, just don't forget about it, and in here picked and check dot month, it will pick the month, and also in here we will copy that from here to here, copy it and paste it in here. Now we will pick the day right at end. So I hope you can get that. We simply pick the day, month and year. There is a format, and we assign that right to this controller with a dot tags. So it's gonna show us that, and it will only show if the picked val, if it's not equal to null. If it contains the data, then it will show that. So let's go further. From here, tag this down. We will create a time stamp simply for the deadline date. So let's go and create that right above in here below this bit. We will say time stamp. There we go with this occasion, and we will name this as a deadline date time stamp semicolon at the end. Now we can simply go and use that. There we go in here, paste it. Now we will simply assign the time stamp, there we go, dot from microseconds since epoch, and there we will provide the picked file. There we go. Now check dot microseconds since epoch and write at end semicolon, and we simply assign that pick with a timestamp from microseconds since epoch to this deadline date timestamp. So it's going to be right inside that, and it will only run that state as I told you before if the picked not equal to no. So it simply means that if it's contain the data, it will then run this. So I hope you can get the idea, and all of the working has been done. Now simply copy that from here, and we will call upon that right in the FCT for the job deadline date. There we go with the FCT right inside that. Take this down and here call upon that, write it and semicolon. Now just how to load the app. Can take some time. There we go. Now back to the upload job. Now here we go, and now if I click on this job deadline date, it will simply show that pickDate dialog that we just created. Okay, so let's go and check that. Click on that. So we simply forgot to set this enable to false, because when you click in here, it simply show that keyboard. We don't want that. So for that reason we will set this to false. Okay, now how to load it, and it will work just fine. Now click in here, and there we go. It's working totally fine, and you guys can see the result right in here. Now today date is 18 July and it's Monday, so let's go and select any of the date. I'll go with the 20, click OK, and there we go, 2022, 7th month, July, and there we go with the 20 day. And one more thing guys, just click in here, and if you guys select the old date that has been passed already, let's say for example today is 18, that's the current date, and if I go back and select that 5, it will not just work because it's in the past and we don't want that to show it. So simply whenever you guys will choose the date, then you can simply choose it from the current date, and also you can choose it right in the future, like for example 30, 29, or you can go with the current one but not the old one that has been passed already. So I'll go with the 18, click OK, and there you go with the 18. It's working totally fine, and you guys can see the result right in here. So that's all, and that's it for this video. Right in the next video we will work further. So see ya.